Did I?
Yep, 6 months ago.
See that? A lot better than 6 months ago.
Improved a lot.
Our second dog is Boss, Jeff. This dog shows a lot of drive and power and focus in a lot of places, but then in other places he's looking off. He's not looking too. You can see a little bit more focus throughout the routine, but probably bigger is. It depends on the judge and how they look at it, but his little whining and his little barking at the start of every exercise, that can they can dink in every single one of these if you want to. I'd probably get him to cap that, not start every exercise you say goes bah, he barks a couple of times before he moves on. I'd get that under control as you go on because it could add up, you know what I mean? But anyways, there's a little bit of whining in your heeling. It came out when gunshots started, when it started whining down the field. Your U-turns a little bit wide down there, slightly wide in the group, still good heeling. The sit out of motion, the dog barking in the build-up. Build-up's correct, but starts barking in the build-up, then settles down. Sit's correct, could be a little bit faster on the sit, but still a very good exercise, down out of motion. Dog again starts barking in the build-up for a few steps. Down could be slow down, he could go a little bit faster to down. And then we had a big boo-boo recall. He went flying by us down to what we were talking about, the pole at the end of the field that they all love to go to. So he blew by you, which is a pretty big deduction. Eventually came back to you there with no front because of that. He came right to the finish. So we have no front and very, very slow and indirect recall, let's call it that, right? Making this one insufficient. The retrieve on the flat. There was one extra command in the basic. You didn't sit, you had to get an extra command there. You were doing, that's when he started getting a little, I think he stepped on his foot on that one and yelped. And he started getting a little like, what's going on here? Got a little bit worried about what was going on, and that's when his sit started stopping. He started standing still, sitting on you. So we had an extra command in the basic to sit him. Goes out and comes back fine. There's a small chew on it. Front is clean, out is clean. Comes around to crooked finish with a bark again. I think a bark when he came around with a bark on his finish again. Still good. Retrieve over 1 meter. That's the one he slammed it. Unfortunately, when a dog knocks over a jump, right, they get hit for hitting both ways. Just so it's not, even though he jumped it the other way and didn't go back over, I have no idea if he's going to hit it or not. Whenever they knock it over, it's considered like hitting both ways. It's pretty hard, just But so he hit the jump very hard. He jumped very early and kind of from off the side hit the jump and knocked it over. Then coming back, he cleared the jump fine because it was very low. Extra command in the to finish. That when you outed, you say please, and you kind of look at it, you have an extra command to come around to the finish and crooked finish, slightly crooked you finish. Then on the A-frame, again, he was crooked in the basic and took an extra command to straighten him out, get him to sit there in the basic. Goes out and over fine, just crooked. Oh, he came back over to me initially, and then went, oh, that's not my handler. Went back to the handler, so it should be more direct back to you. Slightly crooked in the front because of that. The out finish was clean with that still. Borderline sufficient with that one. And then your long down, or you go out. Crooked in the basic position, then you fixed him a little bit, adjusting, and he was still crooked, and then you went with that, right? So it's crooked in the basic, a little extra command. Went out fine, down fine, then on the pickup, in the build-up, he was crowding you in your build-up, pushing on you a little bit and barked a little bit in the build-up, but then went out down fine. The rest of that was good. The leash away, I had something about just a note for you about leash away. I think it was when you went to the job, but actually should have even been on. You had it out, but it was even supposed to be on for one. Yeah, that's what it was. I know it's confusing, guys, with the new rule changes and all that, but like ones now, we have to have a leash on to check in and to start position. It's almost like a BH used to be, so you take your leash off out of the position, you put it back on, you go back to the basic. He forgot, and I didn't even pay attention, so he had no leash on, but I made a note about it anyways. So no deduction or anything, but and then he's slightly restless. Again, on the pickup of that, I think he sits up and gets a little barking. He's a little bit restless on the pickup. Today, still in a low G. You know, those big ones is what killed you. You know what I mean? The hip and the this and the couple extra ones, but still in a G, 82 pounds.